Hi Britta, it's Mike with 3G. Exterior trim, definitely in the front. We've already looked at the house, we've already walked on the inside, we've already walked the outside. So we're just going to give you a quick rundown on what we've found. The trim definitely needs to be addressed at least on the front of the house. A power washing would definitely clean it up a little bit. There's a bird nest. We just saw mama bird just a minute ago. So we got your screen, got that on the list. Strike plate. Pretty sure that bifold was okay. We move over to the kitchen. That rail needs to be replaced. This door has a little bit of damage on the top. Really depends on if you feel like replacing it or not. If you're going to be happy with it or not. You could paint it, but you can see kind of where the textures wore off. So, I guess what we can do is just put it in as an option, and you kind of pick and choose on what works best for you or your customers. That was off. I connected that back up and it seems to work fine. That blind needs to be replaced. You can't really see it. Oh, there you go. Cracked light. Yeah, I agree with you, Britta, on the carpets. I don't see how they possibly could be cleaned. If they do come cleaned, I want the guy's number. The fireplace was on, so it wasn't on, but the pilot light was on, and it was actually getting kind of warm, so we went ahead and turned that off. Can't see any reason of leaving it on, so we just went ahead and turned that off. The screen door needs to be replaced. Make sure that's locked. The screen's damaged, but so is the frame, so it's be more cost effective just to replace it. And fix the rail. Pretty much all the light bulbs are burnt, or the majority of them are burnt. So we just figured on just putting all new bulbs throughout the entire house. This is the way we're going to address it. Some towel rods and rings need to be secured. I think you've already noted that. That light fixture. Needs to be replaced. The showers, I'm not sure how good the cleaning lady can do on that, but we definitely will figure on caulking them up, and then if you want, we can option them out for regrouting. Just putting them back to the white. My towel guy will scrape the majority of the caulking out and regrout them. Give it a nice, clean, fresh look. All these mirror bypasses, Brad and I looked at them all. We think we can probably get them all to function. So we're going to give you a price on kind of cleaning those tracks out. Need to be cleaned. So we're probably going to take them off and just cleaning them really good and just kind of readjusting them to see if that works. But this one, I think it's the only one we found that has, I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but it's actually got a crack right there. I think that's the only one I've seen that was actually damaged. But I think that's the best way to approach it, is just see if we can get them adjusted and get them operational. There is a few blinds that need to be replaced. So those doors are just kind of, they're not in the guides, they're just, the tracks are dirty and they're just not functioning properly. They just need a little TLC. Some bump stops, there goes one. couple of the bypass doors, the solid, not the solid doors, but the 6-panel textured doors. The one in the kitchen, I don't remember if I mentioned that on film here, but that whole rail needs to be replaced. These ones might be okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. When they get bumped like that, or they get kind of jarred, they just keep falling off, and it just makes it worse. And usually that's from forcing them in there. I'm pretty sure Brad figured on replacing those rails. There's some damage on one with the towel racks. That blind didn't seem to be cooperating with this, so we figured on replacing that one. Again, I don't know if the showers can be, how well they can be cleaned, but we're going to figure on caulking them minimal, and then we can do an option to regrout them. And then the basement. We pulled up a couple different areas of the carpet. You can see, oh, my camera's acting a little funny there. We pulled that up, and it actually looks, let's see, you can see that there's not much light. But the tack strip's clean, the pad looks clean. It's looking pretty clean. But about the middle of the room, actually right underneath this window here, is where the staining is pretty obvious. We pulled some of that up, and there's definitely signs of mold. There's not a whole lot. Looks like the worst. Sorry about my camera. This is the other corner, and you can see how much the baseboard is swollen up because of the moisture. I'm trying to see if I can get my knife out here to show you. So you can see how it's kind of black. That is mold. I don't think you have to come up quite a foot. It seems like it's pretty solid. Usually when there's mold, especially over a period of time, it will soften up all the substrates that it's on. So as of right now, what I would recommend, and it's possible it could change, is cut it up where I showed you there. We could do a full foot. It's not going to matter really too much, so we could just go the full foot. But I'd say let's go to the middle of this window here. Replace the baseboard. Take care of the mold. And then going down this wall, probably like, looks like about 10 feet. Do the same thing. And then we didn't really see any sign of any additional mold. What we can do is we'll get you a price on replacing the carpets, and before they put the carpet and the pad in, we can actually treat the entire perimeter of the basement with some solution that will stop any mold if there is any. But I really don't see any signs of it. It might not be a bad idea as well to maybe have it tested, and we can run a test for you once we mitigate the areas we talked about, just to be sure before we put any new carpet back in. That would be the proper thing to do. Generally speaking, the screens look like they're in pretty good shape. There's a blind that needs to be replaced there. There's a little chip on the tub. We can definitely clean that up a little bit. You wouldn't be able to make it look perfect, but we can clean that up. At least the chip. Oops, sorry if I'm making you dizzy. All the smoke detectors, need to change the batteries. I'm sure you can hear it chirping in the background. Laundry room looks pretty good besides the painting. A couple little nail holes. Furnace filter, change that, clean it and service it. Alright, Britta, I think that wraps it up. If you need anything, let us know. We'll get you some numbers as quickly as we can. Take care. Bye.